Listen, everyone, ready? Go. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the valley to the ocean. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home. Right here. I think what's important to think about today is that I'm probably in this room, other than one or two people, probably one of the oldest people in the room. So I've experienced an enormous amount of things over my lifetime. Wars, recession. So I had a meeting this week with a group of people, and all the folks that are working with him have never, all the folks that are working in his company, none of them have ever experienced a recession. So think about that, because they're all in their late 20s, early 30s, and when they were growing up, the last recession was quite some time ago. And so life changes, and you know, you think about all those life changes. I think what's important is to kind of look around the room and think of the people you're sitting here with and say, well, I know that person. What do I know about that person? And if I know anything about them at all. And that's what's important. You know, get to know the person next to you. Get to know the person across the table from you. That's what's important. And I've been thinking about this all week, because we all think about, you know, what's going on in Ukraine. We've all experienced an enormous number of things. Some of us have experienced the Vietnam War. Some of us in this room have no idea what that was. Some of us have experienced what went on in 2000, you know, during in 2011 and all that, in 2001. So some of us have experienced all these things in life, and they are changing things in life. So what's really important is to kind of know the person next to you, get to know them really well. I think that's what's most important, whether they're Asian or white or think about the organization, involved in their activities. So we can looking for additional volunteers. So we're looking for additional clubs to participate with us. That's what's important. We're trying to learn how to work with other clubs, you know, and make money, you know, and use that money to pass out into the community. We're not interested. We don't, you know, we have parties, we have a lot of and have the resources to accomplish that task. I think to me that's what's important. And so before you leave here, please check with Emerson if you think your club would be interested. Because we've got about 30 games to participate in over the next baseball season. And yeah, we want to make sure, and you don't have to worry. We'll make sure you get paid. We'll share it very equitably. It's not, you know, we're not here to make all the money ourselves. We're here to, we set this up to share with the other clubs. And so that's what I think is most important. With that in mind, I'll let you take over the meeting. Yeah.
Thank you, President Jerry, and thank you to the San Francisco Cosmopolitan and everyone who helped make this meeting possible. We really appreciate you welcoming us on the first meeting of 2022, and what a wonderful restaurant it is to have it. So now we will move on to officers' reports. Yes? Okay. You want me to yell? I'll take my mask off. Okay, how's that? Do I need to yell? Is it too loud, or is that okay? Okay. I do feel like I'm yelling right now, but if that helps, then yeah, I know it's a bit, okay, so now we'll move into officers' reports, starting with the Secretary's report in our previous meeting's minutes, and I'll try to be brief. So as you know, that our current Secretary is Lion Marlene Dumpit, and she is still in her leave of absence for the past 3 months now. So our thoughts are with her, and we're still looking to see whether we can find an acting secretary to help us. For today, I have DG Dr. June helping me write some notes down, and I'll write some minutes using the Zoom recording. So thank you again. So for Secretary's report, last meeting was February 23, 2022. It was held via Zoom, hosted by the San Francisco Chinatown Lions Club. Thank you, Chinatown. We had the Secretary's report, reading a previous meeting's minutes. Motion made by PDG Lydia, seconded by Lion Margaret, to approve those minutes. Treasurer's report, there was no activity, so the ending balance remains $6,543.75 for admin and $1,500.60 for scholarship. There were questions made regarding the extra $500 in scholarship, and also the $1,000 owed by Iberia Catering for our awards night of 2020. Motion to accept the Treasurer's report was made by First Vice President Sharon, seconded by Zone Chair Connie, approved with no objection. Roll call, we had 15 clubs present. For old business, the ongoing discussion with the police, firefighters, and sheriff's awards night. For new business, none. Open forum, reports by the Peninsula Council of Lions. District remarks were waived because the district governor and vice district governors were away at the Council of Governors meeting. Student speaker contest / foundation was presented by Lion Rich Peaky. The Regional Lions Leadership Institute was presented by immediate past district governor Fannie Chu. Convention committee was presented by PDG Lydia Taylor Dullinger. Global Initiative for Health and Wellness was presented by Lion Eleanor Britter. And the host club, San Francisco Chinatown, gave a presentation on their activities. Club reports were given, and we adjourned at 8:12, with the next meeting, of course, being this one hosted by San Francisco Cosmopolitan. Lastly, there was a raffle held by San Francisco Chinatown with 5 prizes of $20 given. That's it for the minutes. 1 copy is available in each of your tables. And of course, the agenda, I believe, has a link to them, which of course you can't click on because they're paper, but you have a QR code that you can scan if you want the digital copy of the agenda and the resulting link to the minutes on the agenda itself. So we're trying to save paper here, but still wanted to make sure everyone could read them. So that's it for the minutes. Any questions? If not, can I get a motion to approve the minutes as read? I see Lion Margaret Lee of Chinatown has made that motion. Do I have a second? Well, I saw my dad first, sorry. So DG Dr. June, and he's the highest ranking here, so he gets that. So any discussion, or if not, move into a vote. All in favor, raise your hand to say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, next we have the treasurer's report. Is my treasurer here? I don't think so either. She said she might be able to make it, but she has some ongoing issues herself. But thankfully, she has provided with me all the information that I need, which is basically that we have not had any activity yet again. So the balance that I hope you will allow me not to read out because it's the same, but is listed on all of your agendas, remains the same as of this month. She did have a couple of things that she wanted me to state. First was the ongoing investigation and why there's an extra $500. We looked as far as 2019 with no sort of answer. And then finally, she found excuse me, because I'm looking through my text messages, which is how she relayed her message. July 2018, there's a check deposited for sort of that amount. I think it's 400 something, not exactly 500. So that is why we do not have the check image in our statement. We can request it, but I'm not sure if it's worth doing so considering that it was in 2018. So PDG Larry. I presume that it was donated intentionally to the scholarship for a scholarship that was never dispersed, but there was no check written out or anything, withdrawn to that effect. So June of 2018, sorry, let me read it again. July 2018, yes. And I even have it in my email. The board will probably have a discussion about this at our next board meeting, which will be, Peter, is it Thursday? You remember? Thursday, yeah, this Thursday. So all of us on the board will probably have a talk about that and see what we can do. But as for the information request, it was July 2018, so that's a long time ago. So thank you. No updates on the $1,000. We've been hammered with this with this awards night, but we still have to make that to go ahead with that. Any questions about the treasurer's report as presented? PDG Larry, does that answer it, or did you have any question? Or did that answer your question, or do we have any other? Yes. Okay. Thank you. Any other questions? If not, can I ask for a motion to accept the report as presented? Moved by First Vice President Sharon. Is there a second? Second by PDG Esther Lee. Okay. Any discussion to the motion? Not, we'll move into a vote. All in favor, please raise your hand and say aye. Aye. All those in favor, please say nay. Ayes have it. Motion carries. Okay, we're moving pretty fast, which is good. So now, I think it's just going to be me the entire time. I don't think I have any other presenters that are, unless one of my board members wants to discuss. Oh, actually no, sorry. It's time. First Vice President Sharon, would you lead us in the roll call? And I will, before you do that, sorry though, I will move the Zoom over here so that someone who is on Zoom will be able to tell you that they are here in the, if they're not there in person. But we have 12 participants right now. So yeah, you can feel free to type in the chat as well, but Vice President Sharon, you have the floor. Great. Yeah.
Excelsior, 1. San Francisco Global Business. San Francisco Global Healthcare Cyber. 2. No, that's not, you're not Global Healthcare? Okay. Healthcare, San Francisco Healthcare Providers Cyber. San Francisco Highlands. San Francisco Hispanic. San Francisco Host. San Francisco Keystone. Is somebody on Zoom?
No, Leonard.
1 from Host.
Yeah. And also Chinatown and Unified this already. Chinatown's also present. Okay.
Okay. Oh, then you have the count. Who is that? Our president?
Yeah.
Jack?
So we have 6.
Oh, you said 5.
No, 5 here. Yeah.
Oh,
over there.
yeah.
I don't know if there's value in counting the the number of people present on.
San Francisco Latinos United. I'm sorry, I know. I usually get it right. San Francisco Marina North Beach. San Francisco Northside, right? San Francisco Nikkei. San Francisco Nueva Vizcaya. Nueva Vizcaya. San Francisco Ocean Ingleside. San Francisco Park Presidio Sunset. San Francisco. San Francisco Premier. San Francisco Special Choir. San Francisco Unified. San Francisco Veteran. Okay, that's it.
All right, and on the chat, San Francisco Unified, Carol Fong, Jack Max for San Francisco Chinatown. Anyone else? Let's see, Korean American Young Kang, or actually that special choir is there.
Yes, we are here.
Special choir is present. And is Sune with you?
Yes.
Okay, then also Korean American. So one special choir, one Korean American, husband and wife.
Right. Yes, right.
Yes, one. Who else we got? South San Francisco Golden Gate, but that's South San Francisco. John Gill, Clayton, Con. Yeah, I think everyone else. Okay, and then guests from the peninsula. So for those present, feel free to raise your hand and say what club you're from. Thank you, Peninsula Veterans. Is that it? I didn't mean to pick on you if there's only one. Oh, I know. Eleanor Britter, Peninsula Special Interest, also present. And then present on Zoom, like I said, John Gill, not Half Moon Bay, San Mateo, but Clayton is Half Moon Bay.
Half Moon Bay.
And Helen and Mark, South San Francisco Golden Gate. Hey, Clayton.
How you doing?
Con and Uni from Margo is also here.
Sorry, what was that? It's so hard to hear. Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, and they wrote in the chat as well, so thank you for that. All right, so I think that's it for roll call. Thank you again, First Vice President Sharon. Okay, so now we will move into dignitaries and guests. Okay, well, let's see. Do I have any zone chairs in the room? Nay, you're a something zone chair? Yeah, you're a zone chair. Okay, I'm May Sato, zone chair. I don't see Connie's not here. Oh, Yolanda Stern. Yeah, where is she? There she is. Yep, that's right. Thank you. You're region chair, line Yolanda, or zone? Zone chair. Okay. All right, and then we have our second vice district governor, Kevin Guest. Where's John? John's not here. And then our district governor. Oh, yep. Oh, IPDG, Fanny Chu, and actually all of the PDGs, Larry Wong, Eugene Chan, Esther Lee. Okay, I think that covers it. And then our district governor, line Dr. June Valera. Please rise. Okay. And thank you everyone for, and of course, can I have all the club presidents stand, since it's so rare that we have a chance to, any club presidents here besides one's already standing. Oh, well, I guess so. Okay. Where's Leland? Yeah. I'll do it after. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do it after. Okay, so let's just go. That's our dignitaries and guests, unless I forgot anyone. Nope, I think so. Okay, so now let's get into old business. So after solidifying all of the information, we don't yet have a very nice flyer, but if you could hand out a couple of these, we finally have some concrete information for our Police and Fire Awards night. So no surprises, but it will be at the Scottish Rite Masonic Center. No, I just made flyers. So somewhat of flyers. Scottish Rite Masonic Center, dinner will be $65 per person, at least for now. At some point, we might have to cut off registration and charge extra if you don't RSVP in a timely manner, but for the immediate, 2 weeks, it will be $65 per person. The choice, the meal will be a choice of a herb roasted chicken with demi-glace or a Parmesan crusted salmon with creamy garlic dill sauce. And that was really to sort of lower the cost and make it affordable. So we will have an online registration. Peter, you Peter off.
Yeah.
Don't double the. Okay, no more echo. Where was I? We will have an online registration form. WooFoo, care of John Huey, will set that up. But for now, please stay tuned for the updates on the thread. And if you want to mail in your reservation, you can mail it to me, President August Valera, at my address that is listed on this flyer, and submit your check with questions. The tables, I believe it was 10, right? For tables? 10, yeah, tables of 10. Yes, okay, so I'll much appreciated. Okay, so Cosmopolitan has already pledged to have a table and to give one sponsor, or to sponsor one awardee. Yeah, so getting to that, no souvenir program, just don't have the bandwidth to do that. We'll have a small booklet with the awardees' names. Hopefully we can get some information on there, but our normal person who does the souvenir program for us is not available to do so this time. Lion Manny, yeah, he's. Oh, I'm sorry. If I'm speaking too quietly, let me get. Yeah. All right, well, start from the top. It'll be at the. Okay. Did everyone get the gist of it? Thank you. The cost was $65 per person as of right now, with the reservation that we may charge more at the door, or with a week deadline or something like that. PDG Larry? Yes, and it's 150, which is probably doable considering our usual attendance. 150 people, I believe. Is that correct? Yeah. But we can go up to 250 comfortably, right? Yeah. So, and considering I believe our joint council installation was around 150, and we'll have all of the awardees and possibly their spouses and families. So I don't think that's an unreasonable number to hit 150. I hope so, at least. And I count on all of the club's support for that. Okay, the important part, sponsorship of awardees. Clubs are requested to sponsor awardees to attend the event. The awardees should be members of the San Francisco Police, firefighters, or sheriff's department who have gone above and beyond their call of duty. The council will make an effort to contact each of the departments and request from them a list of qualified nominees, which the clubs are free to select from. But as always, the clubs are really the ones who are honoring these people. We're just the organizer of the whole event. So if a club wishes to contact their local precinct or station and, select an awardee from within their local area, they're free to do so, but they should work with the council to get the necessary bio data for their for the souvenir booklets. And sponsorship entails selecting an awardee, submitting their nomination to the council so that we don't, step on each other's toes, and reserving and paying for the dinner, which is again $65 per person. So you'll be paying for your awardee's meal. The council will be paying for their plaques to be engraved. Yeah, and so that's our partnership. That's how it works. We do ask that you sponsor as many as you're willing to, or as much as you can. We do hope to have, I believe, 12 police officers, 12 firefighters, and 6 sheriffs. That's sort of the quota that we've agreed upon before when we were asking the departments to provide the list. This year, as PDG Larry has previously stated, has been difficult for us. I think we have some leads, Sheriff Vice President Sharon, but we still haven't received the list for the police department yet. Sheriff Lydia. Yeah, so we hopefully by Saturday we'll know for sure. If not, we might have to resort to the clubs identifying and securing their own awardees. We'll help you out with that, with giving you the contact info of a specific precinct, and we might have to go that route. Or we may do it ourselves and just get that list on spot. Yep. You're unified? Yeah, okay. So as far as I'm aware, yeah, okay. Perfect. Thank you. Yes, and I thank you again, Lions Carol. She was the first one to contact me about having their own. So it's Unified, I'm aware, has their own, and Nikkei, and I believe Sharon, you do too, right? Yeah. So Geneva Excelsior. Yeah. So those 3 clubs are the ones I'm aware of. If there are any clubs here that have contact with a precinct and would like to tell me at this point that they are, they can find their own awardees, that would be nice. Otherwise, we'll see what we do. Yeah, Marina will get there. Yes, final owner? There will be none. Yeah, unfortunately. There will not be one that you can advertise in. Yeah, unfortunately. Yes, yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. No, I think I've received it a couple of times. Maybe not the name, but Carol has definitely told me that she has them. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I guess I can be the one to receive it. You can just email it to me at some point. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we have a couple of clubs present today, and also some on the chat. So how many of you are considering say sponsoring one awardee? Can we get that sort of count? We still am Geneva Excelsior, Marina North Beach. Of course, Cosmopolitan has already said that. Chinatown doesn't, you know? Nikkei, of course. Oh, okay, and then of course Nikkei, Unified, and Geneva Excelsior have already said they have their own. Do you know if Chinatown will select one or? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. But yeah, we have to. But some clubs, yeah. Yeah. And of course, some of the major hitters here, like Host, I know usually sponsors a couple. They're not present today, and Evelyn is told me that she wouldn't be here. So yeah. Line Sharon?
Okay. Some of us are working on the police. Past District Governor Lydia has done the sheriff. Who's doing the fire department?
You can do this again. Yeah, okay.
Last night at our meeting, I said I will write him directly.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just doing that.
I sent email. Because Geneva Excelsior will have each.
Okay, yeah, and then and Philam will do too. So we already have probably 10 to 12, which is less than we'd want, given we're about a month away. But the pandemic has gotten us. Oh well, that's how much he'll. But how many are sponsoring, right?
But they get 1 or 2.
Yeah. Okay. So. And anyone here, and I don't mean to ignore anyone in the yeah. Yes, that is correct. They have to be within the city and county of San Francisco. That's our jurisdiction. If you do have someone that you'd like to honor from sort of somewhere down south, please contact the Peninsula Council. Although I think they have their own system, so I don't know if they'll be open to it. Huh? Well, East Bay is a completely different district, so yeah, we now if they live in the East Bay, but they're a San Francisco police officer, then that's common. But okay, any discussion on this? I have a dynamic. We'll host one. Thank you. Unified, one for each department. Carol Song. Thank you very much. I have a note already here.
DG Dr. June?
So if there are more awardees than if there are more awardees than the clubs awarding them, so some individuals can honor them, so that at least we can accommodate all the awardees. Thank you.
Yeah. I didn't bring this up. Perhaps PDG Esther can enlighten us. What will be the cost of the plaque? Plaque. So about $30 each.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the next question we need to ask is, what is your override on the $65?
What's the profit margin of about 10?
$10.
Yeah.
So at 15 tables, you have how much?
15 times 10.
What are your other expenses?
Other expenses, there's not really, pretty much, and centerpieces.
And normally, the point I'm trying to make is normally the souvenir program is where
offsets
we make the money to cover the expenses. Since this year you don't have that option, have you done the budget and feel that you can cover it with the override?
Not yet, no. Yeah. And that's so.
$1,500. Is that enough to cover all the expenses? Because if not, you need to either look for an additional revenue source, or maybe the district governor can be persuaded to back up the council in some way through the district budget. What do you think?
Yeah. So we'll discuss this as a board. We'll look into this. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So play it one more time so I understand it. Because we can just sponsor and stuff. So I mean, I'm here to help. Okay. So you're guaranteed 150.
Yeah.
And it's 55. Your cost is $55.
Roughly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're charging 65, but as it sits right now, do you have any idea? So how many people will attend?
You can get over 250. Yeah. Yeah. We've historically, but again, who knows?
So let us know and we'll get some sponsors for you.
Yeah.
So we'll help you get a sponsor. But you got to get the math pretty tight.
Paper flag? Yeah. But, yeah, well.
don't want to be cheap about it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else. You just really don't want to be cheap. You want to do something nice because they're frontline people.
Thank you, Dr. Jim.
Also funds that if ever that you'll in red, you have funds, right? Yeah, you have funds. You have more than enough funds. Our district is willing to help, but as long as we have a lot of money on as far as district, not a lot, but we have surplus that we can always help you. But just a matter of what to insert or we can figure it out.
This is obviously something for the council to consider. The other thing is, are there any costs for this event? Because you're not inviting the chief. Normally, another big expense are the comp meals.
Yeah.
So, but now there's no comps at all.
There might be.
We usually come all the chiefs and their spouse and they.
You are inviting the chief.
Yeah, it's our usual thing. If they say no, that's good for us.
Well, let's see. We're all set.
It's common courtesy to invite them.
Of course, it's a common courtesy, but in that you will have the expense of the common meal. This is something for the council to consider.
I agree.
Because I thought in one discussion was, because the police department has not responded, that we will do a more of a different type of police and fire.
Well, I don't know
Yes,
about
no?
I don't know about that because I have asked people, what can we do if the officer that we normally work with, Sergeant Padmore, I was told he was retiring and had left already. But I have a very good friend who knows him, and she said, no, he has not left yet. She's going to be meeting him on Saturday. She's going to ask him to call me and let me know if he's still there as our advisor. If not, who is replacing him. It is also my understanding that all of the awardees have to go through the chief. They have to be cleared by the chief because they want to make sure that it's a valid reason why they're being honored.
Right.
So you just can't walk into your station and say, pick an officer and we want to award them. We want to recognize them. You can't do that. It has to go through the chief. That's what I've been told.
I think that.
Because I know one year I did that. I went to Ingleside Station, which is my station, and I asked the captain if he had anybody that he wanted to be honored. And he said, we'll let you know because I have to go through the chain of command.
For example, Line President August, if there are 15 clubs or 15 tables, and each having one honoree from each division, that's 45 people. If the plaque is $30, that's $1,350 just for plaques.
You're not going to have 15 out of each, or 15 of each.
No, 15 clubs participated.
Yeah.
And we each club honor one from the police, one from the fire, and one from the sheriff.
Well, we're going to have to impose a limit on that because we've always done at most 12 of each of the police and fire and 6 sheriffs. So there's not going to.
We said that we won't go beyond 12.
There's no, but whatever number makes sense. Yeah. Now, if any club wants to honor, in addition to that, we have our limits too. Then they may expense the plaque themselves, and we can accommodate them physically in the venue, but we have our limits as well. And let's take a step back here because we can talk about budget and we can try to figure out and come up with some creative ideas in our meeting next Thursday. But really. Well, that's other alternative funding options. That's also possible. But I just want to take a step back and first off, our council, the main purpose really is this police and fire, right? That's the big thing that we do. We honor our our awardees every year, and we're not really supposed to make money. So as much as we would like to not be a loss, at a loss at the end of this event, really our admin fund, for the most part, this is the main expense that we have to deplete it. Of course, do financial diligence and not spending all of the how many thousand that we have on plaques this year is warranted, but I think more importantly, we should try to make this event a success, do the best we can with recruiting clubs, making sure that we get our 150 minimum, and really be able to have this event in person for the first time in 2 years. That's really, and we do the best we can. Like of course, the souvenir program would have helped us out, right? That really would have, that probably would have taken a load off of our shoulders as far as thinking about how we can scrimp down and make this work. But we just couldn't. We didn't have the person who normally does it. We also don't have as much time because of the venue taking so long to get back to us. So and I know, PCL, they're able to get their sooner program. They're also able to push their event back, couple months. So they have that luxury. And they're also charging, I think, was a good couple hundred per page too, which is something that we've never.
I congratulate you and commend you and encourage you to do this, but I'm just suggesting that you should also look out for the budgeting and expense associated with the event.
Yeah, no, and I agree. And I think that the suggestions that you gave were reasonable, and we can try to work with that. Well, if we need to, but the problem is more about scheduling because, as you know, there's International Convention, Council of Governors, District Convention, a couple other club events that are in the pipeline, as well as Easter and other Memorial Day, all of these other holidays. So as far as I remember, Benicia was having a hard time planning her moving her thing to like finding an open slot within that. So if we had to do the same, it might be very late to June. That might be. Yeah, and then our venue, I mean, we might be able to make it work, but we had a hard time getting back to these guys, getting them to agree with the price and cutting it down. They were charging us what, 75 a head originally with steak? So we had to charge an extra, we would have had to charge 85. So really what I've counted a benefit already, or a victory, that we were able to get it down to what we normally charge. No, I don't think that's correct. I don't know. You tell me. You're my advisor, but well,
even in the past we recommended
sponsoring their own arrangements. What I suggested to the clubs that are sponsors at all is that make sure that these honors are deserving. Because if it is only your friend or relative you honor, then these police is all like a one family. They know who is deserving or not. It would be embarrassment or insulting even your honor being awarded, but that's nothing. So we have to be very, very careful. But I think the clubs have the right to select, provided that should be a deserving.
I would suggest the clubs do go to their district station, talk with the captain, ask the captain if he has somebody that he wants to honor, and then ask him if that has to be cleared through the chief or somebody higher up. If it doesn't, then just report it to us, and there's no problem. I just want to personally make sure that we're not going over the chief's head if we're not supposed to do that.
One of the union committees, two folks have already selected.
So that's okay, they can do that, but then they still need to, they should really, I don't know whether they talk to their captains or not, but they should talk to the station captain. If the station captain says, we can do it this way, fine. If he says, I have to go up this ladder to whoever you report to, then you have to do that. Sergeant Padmore used to handle all that. He was the one that did all that.
Yes.
So that's why I can't say yes or no until I talk to him on Saturday.
Yeah. So we'll find out on Saturday, PDG Esther.
Larry did the right thing, emailing them, which was our procedure, and having no response for that from them. I think it is about time for us to do something if they will not move, you know, and because in the past, this was how we did our awards. We used to get our own awardees. And that's why the marina people, they are so used to seeing Leland when he sees them, oh, you want an awardee? In fact, we give our cases for kids in the marina station. So they know him already about the awardee. Probably they're wondering now how come we're not going to that. Yeah, no, before that. Yeah. So I think that's maybe why Sergeant Padmore hasn't gotten involved now and earlier. I don't know. There's been a lot of changes in the police department. A lot of retirements, a lot of transfers, and a lot of officers who have left. We've gone elsewhere to get jobs. Everything is kind of right now until they get all of those vacancies filled. So please, just be patient a few more days. I promise as soon as I get the information, I'll let August know, and then he can notify the club.
Yeah, and the board will be meeting next.
I just want to make sure that we're doing everything according to protocol, and we're not going above, you know, around the chief to get.
So we'll figure it out, and we'll let you know. We'll have our board meeting on Thursday. Sharon will see Sergeant Padmore before that this weekend, and maybe we'll get it earlier. So any other questions about the event? You have the flyer. There'll be a better flyer soon. Yes.
A few years ago, my media mentioned
Yeah. No, we have not yet been able to recover that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's good luck in front of the person.
Yeah.
But the answer I heard that the council did not want to go receive that money. That's up to the district who handles the financial affairs of the council to go after them.
Yeah, well, this is going back to the treasurer's report. It was the opposite. I reached out. Peter sent a demand letter already, and he did not get a response. He got a signature, but no response, right? And it was like 30 days. So the next step would have been small claims. I had to put that on hold because the council is not its own legal entity, so we are not, we don't have standing to sue. It would really be the district because we are the committee of the district. And I had to sort of play back and forth with Constitution and Bylaws, who I felt was the person who I would need to ask whether the district is allowed to sue. I was eventually able to talk to them at a cabinet meeting, and they said, no clue, you're on your, as long as DG Dr. June signs off on it, I guess you can do it. So, and that's sort of what we're left is that the DG has the authority to do that, but I wasn't really feeling like doing it while we were planning all of this. So, it really is $1,000 that we need to get a hold of, but there's no precedent for it. So, yeah. No, as far as I'm aware, no. They have a statement of information submitted to the Secretary of State. Was it late last year, maybe November, December, that says that they're, closed or, well, they're not, they haven't closed the legal entity. So they filed another statement of information. So, yeah. Yeah. So it was something like, kicked out due to like their address was listed as,
It started out as a museum. They wanted to add something there to make money. So they contracted out to this catering company. Iberia, to do the food. Because they had a restaurant that was open to the public. So they did that part too, I think. So I guess Iberia lost money during the pandemic. They couldn't get business, so they just shut down and went out of business.
And it's still shut down.
And it's still shut down. Now Pennywise and Mill is still there, but they don't, the building is locked up. And I have heard a rumor that they might sell the building, but it's just a rumor.
Did that answer your question, Emerson? Somewhat? Yeah. Yeah. All right. I think we're good. Let's move on from this. Let's get the club reports. That's the reason you're here, right? Does we have anything else? This was longer than I expected. So I was going to talk a little bit about club officer elections and the fact that your club should be holding those or having nominations in this month and then elections next month as per standard club constitution and bylaws. I don't think I'll talk about that anymore, but if you have questions about it, you can feel free to talk to me after the meeting. I have printouts of the relevant constitution and bylaws sections here for your to use as a resource. But I don't think we have that many new clubs here, so aside from the one, so most of you should probably be, old hands at this already. So I'll skip that and we'll go straight to club reports. So, line sharing. Well, actually, did you want to read them out or you want to just, okay. Yeah. Chinatown, let's see. Yeah, so, Lion Jack, do you want to, how do you want to do this? You want me to read out? Okay. You want us to be really quiet while you talk?
We continue the process of having an event of Miss Teen Charity Gala on May 15, 2022, Sunday, 6 p.m. All are welcome. Thank you.
I hope you heard that. If not,
Something like
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Miss Teen, okay.
Order. San Francisco Cosmopolitan.
What report? Well, what are you doing? A lot.
Go ahead. Okay, well, we're going to be volunteering to run discussion centers 5 days this year as a fundraiser, so that President Gary was saying, we could use that money to, do community service. We're also helping in the Philippines. What we've been doing is sending seeds. Sending seeds for them to plant and grow their own food in the Philippines. So they're self-sufficient at this point in time. Excuse me, I think it's 150 now. Real time as of this morning. So let me jump in if it's okay. And so so it's been an interesting project because we've been sending seeds overseas and they've been growing their own food, and we've got about 100. So if you go to the Facebook, you can see a lot of what's the Facebook. I know, but what's the Facebook? Yeah, the gardening for the food in the Philippines, and we're going to take it to Richmond here shortly.
We have been working with the San Francisco Food Bank every week, almost every week, February and March. We ran out of space on April. We looked it up again on May. So now for April, I'm looking at St. Anthony because we need a weekend activity because our people are working on Monday to Friday. So that's why I'm targeting.
I think we're here.
They skipped out.
Yeah. Yeah. Host? Leonard? Or actually, maybe he said he did message that he might have to step out. Oh no, there he is.
We were 102nd year anniversary at the Arroyo Ball Dance Hall at 6:30, and we're expecting about 200 plus, hopefully 200 plus, as I was told, people there. And thank you for all those who will be joining us and those who support us in any way. That's for San Francisco host.
Okay. Thank you, host. Nope, also Zoom. Lion Sune. Lion Sune Kang.
Yes, she's going to the bathroom now. So
Okay. Then we'll come back to her. Okay.
tray. We have planned to picnic is April 2nd. That with the San Francisco Special Choir and San Francisco Korean American Club. That's it.
Is that it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So that's both of their clubs.
Yep.
Sune and Special Choir and Korean American had a joint report. Are they present?
Marina Narcis? Marina. We just had the health fair last Saturday at the Mata de la Rosa with San Francisco Premier and Peninsula Special Interest who provided the booster vaccine. And Lion Dicky Palomar made arrangements with the Mata de la Rosa Knights of Columbus. So they're asking now for a regular health fair because now they want the fourth booster. I said we're not approved yet for the fourth. So we were not able to give the rest. But we're working with the Knights of Columbus from the church, and we will be helping them with the ultrasound machine for the community and clothing and pampers. They're asking for children, infants. So we'll be working with them on that. Thank you.
Unified. Okay, let's see. You want me to read it? If I can find it. Oh, yeah. April 9th and 10th, they have the Cherry Blossom Festival. They're attending the Police, Firefighting, Sheriff Office Awards Night, sponsor one awardee per department. May 15th, they have the Outer Sunset Farmers Market. July 18th and 19th, they have the Lion Dance Festival in Chinatown. That's San Francisco Unified President Carol Fong.
Yes, so we're still partnering with Cyber. We have a 4-pillared service project. We did bikes for vets, and so we're gearing up for that for November. Again, 100 bikes to be given to 100 vets. We did the blankets, as we already reported. We did 300 blankets that we distributed at the VA on February the 1st. We're feeding 100 vets It's called Food for Vets. We're doing 100 dinners at a Chinese restaurant in South San Francisco. We're still trying to finalize that. And then our fourth pillar is Movies for Vets, and we're still working with the local theater to view 100 vets for free movies. And the special interest is going to chip in to do the popcorn and the drinks for those vets. So we're still in progress with that. Did you get all that? That's 4 pillars. Bikes for vets, blankets for vets, food for vets, movies for vets. There's a theme there. Thank you.
That's it, Lion Sharon? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's club report. Did I miss anyone? Okay, so real quick, Peninsula Council of Lions. Is Clayton still there to present for that? Very loudly, hopefully. Let's see, and he's on chat. Okay, so I'll just read it out for you. Care of Clayton Jolly, I believe first vice president of Peninsula Council. Next PCL meeting Monday, March 28th, 6 p.m. at the Burlingame Lions Club Hall, hosted by Bay Area Special Olympics and Peninsula Veterans. There you go, $30. Police Fire Awards for the PCL is Friday, May 27th at Town Plaza Hotel in Foster City. Currently, there are 26 nominees from 16 different agencies. Wow, okay. That's it for PCL. And then district remarks. I guess we'll go in reverse order. Doug, you want to say something?
Just so great to see all familiar faces. We haven't really get a chance to see you guys in a long time, so it's been great. On a personal note, really happy you've been able to partner with San Francisco Cosmopolitan and Bago, helping them be able to do fundraisers at Stanford. That's the first year that we kind of opened it up. It was very successful, so I think we'll Stanford and see if there's other clubs that are interested in doing that forward. But it's a tough commitment because you're basically giving your word that you're going to show up. And so I thank you guys for making us look good and showing up. And then the other note is at our state convention, I want to thank Dr. June. We made another huge impression. We continue to be the leader in the state as far as membership, orientation, leadership, presentations, and we are really the guiding force in what can happen when a district has strong leadership, strong past district governors, and really strong members. So everyone should be very proud of what we've been able to accomplish in this district. That's it.
I don't believe our first vice governor is here today. So then District Governor Dr. June.
Thank you very much, Leo Lion August. So don't forget, May 19 to 22 is our district convention. Make sure that you try to attend, and it's also our democratic process of electing our next leaders. So I do hope that you will participate. And as Second Vice Governor Kevin says, we are doing great. So we'll continue doing great as far as service to our community is concerned. So the district is always here to help you. And I think that's it.
Thank you, District Governor Dr. June. And unless I'm mistaken, I guess Cosmopolitan want to give their report as a host, or not a report, but any sort of message, or did you? Yeah? Yeah, so I'm thinking that in lieu of the April meeting that we normally, would have on the fourth Wednesday, because it is the Wednesday right before our police and fire, if everyone is interested, I would hold the Zoom meeting and not have it be a regular meeting, but just be a candidate sort of open forum, or give them 5 minutes each or something like that. How do you feel? You think? Yes. Yes.
As long as we frame it like that, then we continue to support each other, no matter whoever turns out to be the person that's
Perfect. Okay, so I'll plan for that. So it'll be our next meeting, fourth Wednesday of the month. Okay. Yeah. So, well, then maybe that can be your speech. Do you know how to do parking validation here? Okay. And well, I'm assuming you to go and pay. Yeah. 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 Okay, so with that, I think we are good. Yeah, so I would like to adjourn the meeting if I can get my bell. Safely snuck here at 8:26. Thank you all for Thank you, everyone. And so, actually, before we leave, before everyone packs up, can I ask that everyone come together for a group photo, because it is our first meeting. What's the best? Maybe by our banner. And I'm going to put the Zoom down over here. All right, thank you everyone who joined us via Zoom. Hope the audio was adequate, and yeah.
We don't want everybody to leave.
Yeah. Okay. So everyone stay. We're gonna take a picture. Oh, geez. I asked him. I knew, so I asked him, but he said he didn't want to. Yeah. Well, that's not on me then. Oh, geez. So will you two be able to join us will you two be able to join us via Zoom next Thursday? Yes. 6 to 7 p.m. Were you able to get because you weren't able to get on last time, so I wanted to know, did you get my email or?
I'm having difficulty getting on.
Oh, okay.
But that's okay. I thought I'll see you here tonight.
Okay. Well, if you have trouble next time, please give me a call so we can try to patch you up.
Okay.
I think the same thing happened to everyone and you're able to get on.
Yeah.
How about you, Larry? You able to join us by Zoom on Thursday?
I'm fine.
Do I have your number? I think, were you able to get my call last time? Yeah. Okay. So I'll try to call you earlier this time and send you a bunch.
No, I'll look it up. If I can make it up, I'll be there.
Okay. Thursday the 7th, I believe. Wait, is it 23? Oh, okay. Oh, no, it's the 31st. But yeah, if you're going to be out next, March 31st, the Thursday.
Thursday?
Yeah, the last day of the month. Okay. But yeah, we do need to talk about what you brought up, because I think it is, yeah. We need to, I don't know, I mean, yeah, really, if you're able to get that 2-year program. We'll do what we can. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't about to take it up all my with 1 month to go. Yep. Thanks, Jen. Oh, okay. Oh, make sure you know how to accomplish. You're on your own. All right, so everyone get in for a picture. We're gonna try to do it right now. Are you going tomorrow? You're going this week? Yeah. One thing again. Marathon. Okay. So yes, make sure you take a picture now. Here's the money. Go ahead.